This is your weekly review. Today we're going to break down the latest news, rumors, and updates for G.I. Joe all in one fast-paced video. In today's episode, we have a full update on some of the latest G.I. Joe classified reveals, upcoming figures, details from a recent interview with the G.I. Joe team, a brand new figure, vehicles, playsets, and a lot more. You'll want to watch this episode until the end. But first, as expected, Hasbro has officially announced a new stream event on Thursday, February 29th, Leap Day. At this event, there will be some new name-only reveals, and we're expecting that roughly 3 or so new name-only reveals may be announced. In addition, pre-orders will include Doc, Jinx, Dreadnought Torch, Night Creeper, Nagahide, the Technov Viper, and SMS, and very likely the Mad Marauders Sergeant Slaughter and Mad Marauders 2-pack of Lowlight and Spirit. Over the last few weeks, we shared some of the things that we've learned directly from the G.I. Joe team, including that they will be discussing many of these figures more in detail at the next event, including sharing details about Dreadnought Torch's vest, his gas tank backpack, and more. We've been told by the G.I. Joe team at Hasbro that Lenny will share an explanation of why the gas tank spelling of Nox is misspelled the way it is, so keep an eye out for that during the stream event. And sure enough, in Hasbro's social media post announcing the February 29th event, it says that the Hasbro team will be sharing intel about the classified series designs. So, once again, our information checks out. In addition, digital renders may include some of the following: the Retro Beachhead, Retro Eel, Retro Snow Serpent, the 60th Anniversary Action Pilot, 60th Anniversary Action Marine, and perhaps the Cobra Ferret and Ferret Scout. And before we move on, we invite you to quickly do us a favor and smash that like button to show your support for the show and the work that we put into it. Next, at Hasbro's December live event, the G.I. Joe team shared 4 new name-only reveals of upcoming figures for Classified. One of them is Nemesis Immortal. This is the same character as Nemesis Enforcer. Due to trademark issues, they had to change the name. Through our research, we can confirm that Nemesis Immortal has already been designed, painted, and is ready to present as a digital render whenever Hasbro decides to share it publicly. If the Nemesis Immortal digital render is shared at the next Hasbro live event, that should not come as a surprise. According to what we've learned, Nemesis Immortal is going to be very large and an imposing beast of a figure, just like he was in G.I. Joe the movie. We believe that there's a strong possibility that Nemesis Immortal may even be one of this year's convention exclusives. Stay tuned. When we know more, we'll pass it along. Next, let's talk about the Mad Marauders Sergeant Slaughter. This new version of the Sarge includes a mini Sarge figure. Now, it's not clear from this image, but at this point, we now believe that the mini Sarge figure will be painted with Mad Marauders colors. There's even a Mad Marauders logo on the mini package. This Mad Marauder Sergeant Slaughter is for the most part the same as the first one that came out for Classified. The main difference here, the Mad Marauder Sergeant Slaughter also includes Big Boa's 90-pound dumbbells, and a pair of Big Boa's boxing gloves, but these ones are colored the Marauders blue. Then let's jump over to the Mad Marauders 2-pack. We're getting a combo of long-range marksman, Lowlight, and Spirit. Spirit includes a new eagle named Naval. This appears to be a straight redeco of Freedom. Freedom was a bald eagle. Naval appears to be a golden eagle. And there's some other differences here as well. Lowlight and Spirit both have new backpacks, and these are reused from other characters. Lowlight has been given Tunnel Rat's backpack, as well as Master of Disguise Zartan's sniper rifle, which was also reused by the Arctic Bat. Meanwhile, Spirit has been given Outback's backpack and shovel. Let us know in the comments below what your opinion is of Lowlight and Spirit being given other characters' accessories. Next, let's talk about the HISS 788 Technov Viper and SMS. Technov Viper is intended to be the 4th member of the HISS Fire team, joining the Range Viper, Trooper, and Officer. The SMS is future-proof to tow behind other vehicles. The trailer hitch has 2 positions, one for towing behind a large vehicle like the HISS tank, and the other for towing behind a mid-sized vehicle like the Vamp or Cobra Stinger. The Stinger has not yet been announced by Hasbro, but rest assured, Viper Island confirmed late last summer that it is on the way with a gray Cobra officer as its driver. The SMS will feature different modes of articulation. The SMS rockets are 9 inches long. They rest on an articulated swivel, and this can spin around. It can also tilt up or down. There's a control panel on the side of the SMS, and storyline-wise, this control panel is supposed to pair with the hologram readout panel on Technov Viper's wrist. And the Technov Viper will include a lot more accessories than what was shown in the digital render. In terms of what he'll come with, it'll be the same as the classic Technov Viper. Viper Island has also confirmed that the G.I. Joe MMS will also join Classified later this year. No word yet on which figure will be attached to the MMS. guess, but we are leaning towards Colonel Hawk, and to clarify, that's just speculation on our part for now. Next, let's talk about upcoming figures. As a reminder, here's a list of the current upcoming figures for the G.I. Joe Classified series which have been announced by Hasbro. Alpine, Iron Grenadier, Raptor, Retro Beachhead, Retro Snow Serpent, Retro Eel, the Cobra Ferret and Ferret Scout, Leatherneck, Xandar, Starduster, and Nemesis Immortal. The following are unannounced figures. We feel very confident that all of these will be announced for Classified soon to join the 2024-25 pipeline. The Iron Grenadier Bat. We expect this will go up for pre-order during Yo-Jo June and have an October release. Next is Road Pig. We feel very confident that this will be a deluxe figure for later this year. Then the 60th Anniversary Action Pilot and Action Marine, as well as Heavy Duty. Then the Cobra Stinger and a Grey Cobra Officer. We expect this will be made available during Yo-Jo June. Next on our list is the Tiger Paw and Driver. We expect that this will be made available during the Target Fall Geek Out in August 2024. And the last 3 items on our list are the Dreadnought Ground Assault, including its driver, Heart Wrencher, the G.I. Joe MMS, and the Dreadnought Thunder Machine. When we have more details, we'll let you know, but at the moment, we believe these 3 items will be options for 2025. Let's also keep in mind that there's a new Transformers G.I. Joe collab on the way. This one will be an Optimus Prime G.I. Joe Mobat with General Hawk. Just like all of the other crossover items in the Transformers G.I. Joe collabs, General Hawk will be a 3 3/4 inch O-ring figure. We expect that this will be revealed by Hasbro sometime in the near future as well, so keep an eye out for this over the next little while. Next, since last August, we've shared that Hasbro had plans to expand the Mad Marauders line in 2024 in a big way, and that several more Sergeant Slaughter figures were coming to Classified over the next 2 years, including the Mad Marauders version. We also warned that these figures would likely not be announced and that they would just drop out of nowhere with little to no advanced warning. All of this was then confirmed to be correct recently when Hasbro anonymously leaked images of the Sergeant Slaughter and Mad Marauders 2-pack figures. So once again, our information is checked out. As we've been saying, most figures from theme lines will drop out of nowhere. The Retro line and the 60th Anniversary line are exceptions to this. To this point, in a recent interview, the G.I. Joe team said that there will be some new expansions to their lines. By this, they're referring to what we've already reported: expansions to the Tiger Force line, the Night Force line, the Mad Marauders line, the 60th Anniversary line, and the Retro line. The G.I. Joe team said that in 2024 and 25, they will continue to push these lines and add more to them, while putting a new spin on callbacks to the past. In other words, more vintage-inspired figures and some modern updates along the way, which is the sweet spot for Classified at this moment in time. Next, let's talk about vehicles. Emily from the G.I. Joe team confirmed that yes, there will be more vehicles coming along in 2024 than just the Vamp. So this confirms what we've been reporting for the last 6 months, with new additions like the Cobra Stinger and Tiger Paw set to join the line this year, and others to join the line by 2025 like the Dreadnought Ground Assault, G.I. Joe MMS, and Dreadnought Thunder Machine. Lenny has said that they want to make products that come to life, and that in order to build a world, they need vehicles and big weapons. And that describes all the vehicles that we just mentioned, including the G.I. Joe MMS. Next, over to playsets. Lenny has said that the G.I. Joe team has spoken about making playsets, but that it will be necessary to take a different approach to them based on size. He added that something like a watchtower is likely too tall for collectors to make room for on their display shelves or display cases. He emphasized that they have to consider the utility of a playset versus the logistics of how it would work. In other words, if there's more of a use for a specific playset or a connection to the rest of the line, then that might matter more and help it get made, more than a consideration like how tall or big it is. From what Lenny and the G.I. Joe team have said, one of the considerations they have in mind when it comes to playsets and vehicles is considering what adds more value to the line, making one playset or vehicle, or making 5 figures instead with the same resources. He added that in future years, after the line has been built out with more figures, it might make more sense down the road to create vehicles and playsets more often than making more figures, but they're not there yet. He said they're essentially trying to figure out what collectors need at any given time. Meanwhile, Emily has said that they're always trying to stay aware of how big the line has grown and that they want to avoid making a lot of high-priced items each year so that collectors can collect as many items as possible. Now, we've got more to come, but before we move on, what playsets do you think Hasbro could offer for G.I. Joe Classified through retail? Are there any specific playsets that you'd want to see as a HasLab project? If so, share your thoughts with us in the comments. You never know who might be reading your comments and feedback. Next, there's a new 12-inch G.I. Joe figure from 3-0. This is the Commando Snake Eyes. Standing at a height of 12 inches, the Commando Snake Eyes figure features a fully articulated body, complemented by hand-tailored fabric costuming. This figure features a new head sculpt and an all-new tactical outfit. It comes equipped with accessories including a pistol, submachine gun, tactical knife, 2 katanas, 3 stun grenades, a hidden blade and a forearm bracer, and a total of 4 pairs of interchangeable hands. 1 pair of fists, 1 pair of relaxed hands, 1 pair for holding firearms, and 1 pair for holding other weapons. And as always, we want your takes in the comments section. Today's Viper Island question of the day is, what is your favorite G.I. Joe classified sub-team so far? We have several to choose from. So far, the sub-teams include Tiger Force, Python Patrol, Mad Marauders, Night Force, the Hiss Fire Team 788, and Iron Grenadiers. My personal favorite is Night Force. The Night Force team embodies stealth and precision. Clad in dark camouflaged uniforms, they operate under the cover of night, utilizing specialized gear for covert missions. Their purpose is to conduct special mission operations, striking swiftly and remaining unseen against Cobra forces, adding an element of mystery and intrigue to these figures. The Night Force Tunnel Rat is so far one of my personal favorites of the past 6 months, and it's my favorite version of Tunnel Rat period. This is one of the figures that I do recommend. Those who ordered the Dragonfly helicopter will receive Night Force versions of Ripcord and Crazy Legs. We expect more Night Force figures to join the line over the next year, possibly including Night Force versions of Shockwave and Outback. Let us know in the comments which sub-team you're enjoying the most so far and why. Whatever your thoughts are, sound off in the comments. My name is Liam. You can follow me on Instagram at Viper Island. For all things G.I. Joe, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. If you want to support the show, smash that like button. Until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, have a great day, and yo Joe!